nerds, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host as always, Jay Schatzer, and it of course is a book haul video here today. I know I mentioned in the last book haul, I think it was, that I was going to be going to a huge book sale. I did go there. It was packed as all hell. There was barely any areas to move. There were so many people just shoulder to shoulder looking through piles and piles of books. But I actually was only there for 10 minutes because my daughter has really bad anxiety and it was probably not a good place for her to be. So we were only there for like maybe 10 minutes. But in those 10 minutes, I was able to find a lot of awesome ones that I've been looking for. And funny enough, one that I actually ordered a few days prior, so I picked it up anyways because it was a different alternate cover for that thing. But yeah, let's jump into it. Let me showcase the, I think I got 10 things. So 10, I guess most of them are movie tie-ins. There's one that isn't, but yeah, let's get right into it. First up is the one that I actually ordered just prior to going to the sale. I wasn't expecting to see it in there, but I wasn't expecting to see a lot of these ones in this sale because I was there at the sale last year and I found absolutely nothing when I went through the first day. It's a week-long sale, so I'm actually off tomorrow. I'm going to go again to check it out. But the first one I picked up was Scarface. And I don't know if this is based off the screenplay. Yeah, based on a screenplay by Oliver Stone. So, and a novel by Paul Monetti. So that's cool. I was thinking it was off of, you know, like based like kind of off of like the old movie that was kind of adapted into a the 80s movie with Al Pacino. But yeah, it's really awesome. And I have another one coming, I guess, in a few days. And that one is that one's got a different cover for it. So, but yeah, pretty awesome pickup. Really love this cover here. And really surprised to kind of find that just sitting there in a pile of books. Hoping to find some more gems like this next time. But let's move it on to, yeah, this was made into a movie. Now a major motion picture. But it's Max Brooks's World War Z. And I know the book has little to do with the movie. The book, from what I understand, is a bunch of different stories. Kind of like a guy collecting stories throughout this whole zombie apocalypse. And in the movie, it's just Brad Pitt's character trying to survive and then trying to find a cure for the disease that's sweeping the world. But yeah, I figured I'd pick this one up, even though it's a very loose, like telling. I mean, it's loosely based to the movie. This was just to show that the movie was out and people, hey, go buy the book that kind of inspired it. But yeah, World War Z. I got nothing more to say about it. Thought it was kind of cool. It was there and picked it up lickety split when I saw it. And all the small books were all $1, so pretty good steal. But this one is a more modern sci-fi film that came out, and I didn't realize they actually did movie novelizations still anymore for these kind of more modern movies that have come out recently. But it is Christopher Nolan's Interstellar, and I know this is a mixed bag with a lot of people. Some people love the movie to death, some people don't like it at all. I enjoyed it a lot, and yeah, it was really cool. Had some really interesting concepts in there. And I enjoyed it for the most part. And it's funny, there's a sticker on the back here that says it's from this bookstore I usually go to get my used books. So someone must have just donated it to the cause there. But you can they got it there for $8.50. I got it for $1, so take that. But Interstellar, cool movie. Interested to see what this is all about. Like what they pull from in here. It's the novelization by Greg Keyes, written by Jonathan Nolan and Christopher Nolan, based on the film by Warner Brothers and Paramount. So, cool stuff. And up next is an oldie but a goodie, and I don't know if I have this. I know I have the sequel somewhere in my novel pile, but I'm not sure if I do have this one or not, but I figured I'd pick it up for $1 just in case I didn't have it. but you can usually find this one at any used bookstore. It's pretty prevalent because it was such a big movie that it came when it came out. And Michael Crichton is a really awesome author, but he has a lot of stuff in the used pile that I was able to pick up, like Congo and Sphere and things like that. But this one is Jurassic Park, the OG dinosaur story. And I know it's got a lot of varying different stuff that didn't carry over to the movies, but never really had a chance to read it myself. But yeah, Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park, soon to be a motion picture. So this is back in the early 90s when the book was first released. But yeah, cool stuff. Jurassic Park. And I don't think I know I have Lost World, but I don't think I picked up Jurassic Park yet. So it is now in the collection. And up next is, I mean, this is the original novel, not the movie that was probably in the late 60s, early 70s that came out. And I have to watch that one again because it's been a long, long time since I've seen the film. But by author Ray Bradbury. So it's a classic story. It's Fahrenheit 451. And yeah, this was in pristine condition, but I kind of like my books to have kind of character to them, being a little beat up and stuff like that. So I had to throw this one around a bit, but yeah, it was a nice find. It's always nice to find like classic sci-fi tales, and the science fiction area at this sale was actually really big, a lot bigger than it was last year. So I was really happy about that. But yep, grabbed it up really quick because it is a classic story. But next up is I have this one already. It's my favorite movie of all time. And so I picked it up even though I have this exact same copy. I think this one might be in slightly better shape, so that was always a plus. But I thought they had screenshots on this one, maybe? I don't know. But it is, of course, if you know me, the awesome Jim Henson film, Labyrinth. And I had to pick it up. I saw it there, I was like, what? Holy shit. And I grabbed it real quick before anyone noticed. And threw it in my bag because I love the movie to death, and even though I have this exact same copy, I probably deprived some young child from picking this up for the first time and reintroducing them to the world of the Labyrinth. But sorry, kid, I gotta grab it up. I don't know why I need 2 copies, but I do. But yep, the Labyrinth, awesome movie, and I still haven't gotten around to reading to see what the differences are, but I will someday. Let's move it on to this one. I actually, this is a collection of stories, and I guess you could say it carries over to movie world because there are a few stories in here that have been adapted into a feature film. But it is the best of H.P. Lovecraft, and it says blood-curdling tales of horror and the macabre. I read that backwards, so that's how awesome I am. But yeah, it's got the Call of the Cthulhu, the Dunwich Horror, the Color Out of Space, the Shadow over Innsmouth, plus 12 more terrifying tales. This thing's loaded, people. But yeah, they've done Dunwich Horror. There's been an adaptation of that, and Color Out of Space in various forms have been on film. The Richard Stanley being the most recent one, which I really love that one. I should actually do a video on that one, because that's a really cool film with Nicolas Cage in it, doing his Nicolas Cage thing. And the Shadow over Innsmouth, I guess you could say part of that was Dagon when Brian Usna did that one, or Stuart Gordon. I always get those mixed up. Who did that one? I think it's Usna. But yeah, it's a really cool collection. I saw it there, and I like to get the small paperback, trade paperback kind of like ones. These bigger ones, I do have a bunch of that in my collection in the next room, but I always try to stick to the little sizes. But I had to grab this one and this one was $2. The bigger ones are $2, but this collection is just badass. So I mean, it has almost all his famous stories, and then I don't know what the 12 more are. I didn't really get a chance to look in here to see what it was. Dreams in the Witch House was adapted in what was that horror anthology that they kind of did years ago? I think they did one of those ones. That must be it out of the ones I can recognize. But yeah, really awesome collection. Really glad to have that one for sure. But up next is I have a whole bunch of variations of this book. I have just bought a few of them that come across. I have one. Well, here I'll tell you what it is, and I'll tell you what the ones are. But I got I Am Legend, the Richard Matheson story. This is the original novel. This is a bigger version than the ones that I have that I actually read from last year. And I also have the Will Smith cover that was promoting that movie when it came out for that story, even though it has nothing really to do with the actual original novel. And then I have another one. I can't remember what it is, but this one's actually promoting the Will Smith one too. It's just, I always like this cover too. It's a really cool, weird, surreal one. But it says, now a major motion picture starring Will Smith. But I figured I'd pick it up. $2. What the hell? You can never have enough I Am Legend copies. But I think we got two more. And I think I might have this one too, but I just figured I'd pick it up because I do like this cover. It's really plain, simple. I don't like how it says Oprah's Book Club on it. I'm going to take that sticker off if I can. But it's The Road. I can't read that one backwards. Cormac McCarthy was the author behind this one. And of course, it was made into a movie with Viggo Mortensen, which was actually filmed in my town in Erie, Pennsylvania. The last shot where Viggo Mortensen is with his kid on that boat ramp leading to the lake, I grew up on that boat ramp, like in that neighborhood. Like that's the 2 blocks from my parents' house when growing up, and they still live there. And I just went down there last week with my girlfriend and watched the sunset. It's pretty much 2 minutes from my house right now. I just have to, but it freaked me the hell out when I saw it in the theaters. I thought the world was ending because I was at the local movie theater watching on the big screen. I was hardly the only one in the theater because nobody really cared to see that movie. And I saw that scene. I thought I was losing my shit. I thought I was going to go outside. It was going to be the apocalypse. Because just seeing that childhood, that the view that I've seen since I was a kid, that's like so familiar to me on the big screen with stars and stuff. You know, it creeped me out. But The Road, I read this years ago. Really, really liked it. Very hard-hitting book, just like the movie. Very gritty, unforgiving, awesome stuff. And I do have this, I think, in a different format, but I figured why not have another copy, because this one's really cool. I like this one. Really classy shit. But last but not least is probably my favorite pickup, because I was going to order this one, but it was always kind of high in price. I was hoping it was a little bit smaller. I wanted that, you know, small paperback kind of style book. But I know this novel is nothing like the movie. And the movie is badass, but I want to see what the original novel's like. But it is Starship Troopers. Woo! And this one is written by Robert A. Heinlein. But the movie is a badass. Paul Verhoeven does an amazing job on it. And this, I know, is completely different, or different enough where it doesn't seem like it's the same beast. And I always wanted to read the original story to see what it was like. See where he was calling from with all the craziness that he put on screen. But, yeah. Cool little addition here. Wish it was a little small one, but it's not really promoting the movie at all. So that's usually what they do, those little trade paperback things. But awesome stuff. And I was surprised to see this. And I actually said out loud when the whole group goes, oh shit. And I grabbed it real quick before anyone noticed. They probably saw me grab it. What the hell is this from? But yeah, that's the whole haul that I grabbed the first day of the sale. That was on Sunday. So right now it's Monday, and the only time I can get down there next would be tomorrow when I'm off. So I'm going to head down there when it opens at 10 o'clock, get my little bag, and start seeing if I can find any more cool deals in there. And if I find anything cool, I'm not really anticipating I am, because even though it lasts the whole week, they might put new books out and stuff like that, but people pick that stuff clean like vultures, so I have no idea what to expect when I go down there. But if I do find some stuff, I will definitely put it on here, show you guys what I grabbed, and show you the rest of my collection that's sitting down here that I can't seem to get any smaller. It just keeps adding to it, so I will see you guys next time for all that, but hope you like that one. Hope you like what I'm doing, and hope you leave a comment because I love hearing from you. But guys, I will see you with the next Lucid Nightmare. See ya!